Alright, welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. Make sure to drop a like because we just got some crazy news from our boy Alpha Leaker himself, the #1 GigaChat leaker for this game, regarding Christopher Reed. Oh boy, I do want to mention though, when it comes to leaks, always take them with a big grain of salt, but when it comes to Alpha, he predicted the FERN collab months ago, okay? He has a pretty good source, he might even be a part of Netmarble himself, who knows, but when it comes to Christopher Reed, we finally got his elemental typing, and you guessed it, drum roll please, buckle up, this is gonna rock your world. He is going to be yet another fire unit. Oh my gosh. Everyone, as a reminder, when it comes to leaks, always take them with a huge grain of salt, but looks right now, when it comes to Christopher Reed, he is going to be a fire elemental unit. But, I mean, come on, folks. We have so many fire units right now, and we have FERN that just came out, a damage dealer. So will Christopher Reed be a damage dealer too? I'll cover that. Based on what I see from Alpha right now, he might be or he might not be. I'll cover that. That way, you have a good idea if you should summon for FERN or not. But very quick everyone, if you want some free codes like 2,000 Essence Stones and more, to jump a thing down below and sparse again for the brand new supporter season. Yes, that's right, we are now on season 13 with a bunch of random codes coming out. The link will be down below in the comment section. You press that, press yes, and you're done. Then you wait. We have brand new codes coming out, as you can see. Last week our supporters got 2 codes sent to them. We have more coming out, just wait. Like the code I mentioned before for 2,000 Essence. Oh baby, supporting is 100% free. We always have more codes coming, so don't miss out. That way you can get these juicy benefits like these right here. And of course a big shout out to Shira, the first commenter on our last juicy video. But let's jump back in and cover, you guessed it, Christopher Reed. In the comments let me know, did you expect him to potentially be a fire unit? Again, leaks should always be taken with a big grain of salt. They could be right, they could be wrong, but when it comes to Alpha, he has a very good track record. But when it comes to Christopher Reed, he does have a transformation apparently. Just like our boy Thomas Andre, he can jump in, use his ultimate, and transform, which will be very interesting to see. Another transforming national level hunter unit. Oh, hopefully he's a bit more viable than Thomas Andre. It looks like we might get a trend where national level hunters are, well, just not viable, right? They can transform, they look cool, but their damage output and their viability might be pretty low. But when it comes to Christopher, as a quote-unquote unit, what is he going to be? Is he going to be a damage dealer? Is he going to be a breaker? Is he going to be a support? Who knows, right? So when it comes to Christopher, based on what Alpha just told us, he said he might deal okay damage. Good damage is exactly what he said, but potentially that is not his main quirk. Ooh, that could mean one thing, folks. Christopher Reed, oh, could just be yet another fire breaker. Oh my gosh, he could be a support, but he said specifically it's going to be a saturated role. And when it comes to fire team right now, they don't really have a saturated DPS role. You could say potentially, right? We do have, of course, FERN, we have Yusoyu, we have Kane. They're damage dealers technically, but FERN right now is pretty much the only viable damage dealer. So that could only lead us to believe one thing. When it comes to Christopher Reed, he is going to be yet another potential, okay? I'm saying potential because we just don't know. Potential breaker. Oh, he should have been a light unit, right? I know FERN just came out, so if you missed FERN and Christopher Reed was not a damage dealer, you would have missed out on pretty much the best damage dealer in fire category, which is ideal. So it makes sense that potentially Christopher Reed, based on collab units alone, he would have been a fire DPS unit, but right now another breaker? I just don't know what to think anymore. We have YUQI right now, right? He could be a replacement for YUQI as a collab unit. That's my guess right now, because yeah, we have Essel and we have YUQI, and we use both on a team. So if you miss out on YUQI, you pretty much are out of luck right now, right? YUQI or Pookie is such a good unit. Her buffs are insane, as you know. She is meta for basically any fire team. She's just so overpowered, right? The buffs and her damage, survival. So Christopher Reed as her replacement could make sense, but again, in the comments let me know what your thoughts are, because this is a shock, but it makes sense too. But also, it's a pretty big shock, right? We all expect him to be a raw damage dealer, but that could change, right? He could be a damage dealer and not a breaker. Leaks are always, taken with a grain of salt because then Marble changes their plans over time. So in 2 months, he comes out, and that's a lot of room for change. So I don't know, folks. He's not going to be light. Everyone assumed that he might be light, but a lot of you also assumed that he's going to be fire. I said water. Kidding, of course. So I don't know. Christopher Reed is going to be fire, apparently. Now, we have Laura coming out, who's going to be a light support unit. Could be a breaker. She's coming out, and she's going to have Thomas Andre. But it looks like Christopher Reed is not going to be integrated to the light team. That is what a ton of players thought, because when it comes to the light team right now, you can see, right? We have one okay breaker. He's not bad. He is a good buffer and breaker, but he's kind of old. Literally, he's an old hunter, right? So he's losing the meta status right now. And we have one okay damage dealer. I wouldn't say he's great. He's a good okay damage dealer. And we have Immune, pretty much the same as Thomas Andre. They're both okay damage dealers, but we're missing that pretty good support unit and that good breaker for the team. So Laura's coming out, the support role is taken, but when it comes to the breaker damage dealer role, sort of like Godo, sort of like we have, of course, what's her name, YUQI, right? They're good damage dealers, and they're good breakers, and they're good buffers. But I don't know, Gogani, his damage is okay, his breaks are good too, but the buffs as well, right? They're okay, but they're not to the standard we want anymore. Don't get me wrong, Gogan, he is such a good unit, right? The bonus defense coming in, all these bonus stats, but right now, we kind of thought that Chris Reed was going to be a breaker buffer for the light team, lasting for years and years like Godo. These units right here can stand the test of time. Godo is so overpowered, a breaker, a buffer, a damage dealer, just like YUQI. The new gen breakers are so darn good, so it looks like Christopher Reed might be just replacing for YUQI and not FERN, so we just don't know yet, folks. We might get more leaks coming out, but right now, it is not looking good. FERN is looking just a little bit more viable, again, based on the leaks, which could obviously be right, which could obviously be wrong. We just do not know for a fact, but it looks like, based on Alpha's word so far, that Chris Reed is coming in hot, okay? As a fire unit. Oh boy. I don't know what to say, folks. The fire team is so stacked right now. We just got Stark, we just got FERN coming in, and we got YUQI as a club unit, and now we have Chris Reed, a national level hunter. This team is stacked. This is one team you want to focus on. And hey, whoa, Stark, stop looking at me like that. I feel like our viewers are looking at me like this, like, really, Zaf? Really? Another fire unit? We're getting another stacked fire unit coming in. We'll see, folks. He's coming in. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts are. But that's pretty much what we had for today. He's coming out. He's going to be fire. He's going to be a saturated unit. So definitely a breaker. We have one breaker right here, 2 breakers right here, 3 breakers, 4 breakers for the fire team, and yet another breaker coming in. It wouldn't make sense for him to be a support unit. Really, Chris Reed, national level hunter, who survived one panel against the Monarchs. Okay, I'm joking there. I'm sure he'd put up a good fight, but he survived. He had a few holes in him, but still, we could tell he's strong. The flames, right? It took them so many hunters to clear out those flames, but it looks like FERN might have even stronger flames. We'll see. When more news comes, I'll cover it. But right now, Christopher Reed, based on leaks so far, is going to be a fire unit, might be a breaker, a saturated unit we already have in the game for the fire team. But if you enjoyed, everyone, let me know. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, drop a like, you know what to do. And again, let me know your thoughts, because this is very interesting news. And don't forget to jump into source again for the brand new season. We have lots of codes coming out. Last week our sports got 2 codes, with another 2,000 Essence Stone code coming out very soon that you don't want to miss out. But on that note, everyone, this was a Code King Zef signing out. I'll catch you in the next juicy video, of course.